You're going to bring up a pot of water to a boil, and that's for cooking our seashells. We're making seashell pasta with shrimp and peas and pancetta. Delicious. Total no-brainer. So, these are our shells here. They plump when you cook them, so get a small to a medium shell, right? Salt the water, get the kids into the hot tub. Excellent. Boop. Go for a swim, your shells, right? Shells know how to swim. So you give them a little zhuzh. Over here, I've got a couple tablespoons, enough to cover the bottom of a nice big deep skillet so you can toss everything together when you're done. I've got some EVOO coating the bottom of the pan, heating up for us. And we're going to chop up 1/3 of a pound of pancetta. Pancetta is now widely available at a lot of supermarkets. It's rolled Italian cured pork. It's similar to bacon, but it is not smoked. You could certainly make this dish with bacon, just heads up, it'll be a little bit smoky, that's all. Pancetta, if it's not in your deli case, and if it is in your deli case, heads up again, you want it cut the same thickness as bacon. 1/3 of a pound is what you need. And if it's not in the deli case, you can look for it in the packaged, the pre-packaged meat section. You know what I mean, you guys? Where you get there's some pre-sliced prosciutto and salami and all that. So it would be there. She's giggling because I said, you know what I mean, guys? And she said, yup. And she's like, oh, I'm not supposed to talk. You can totally talk. Listen, you can all talk. I asked a question. It's legitimate. So you brown this up a couple of minutes, and then you're going to add 1 big onion. You know, my idea for this came from one of my favorite side dishes, peas with pancetta and onions. You know, we make it a lot at Thanksgiving and holiday time. It's a classic side dish. So I thought, wouldn't that taste good around pasta? So, you know, to make it into a sauce, I'm going to let this brown up a little, and then we'll add the onions and the garlic. To make it into a sauce, what I do is I take 1 package of frozen peas and put it into the food processor. And we're going to hit it with some lemon juice and lemon zest and grind it up and let that become sauce. Which we're going to do in just a sec. I want to get the juice in there too. A little bit of zest. That's where all the essential oils and flavor live in the citrus. Going to juice it, cut side up so the seeds don't go into our sauce. Put all that in there. And this is going to make a nice, smooth, creamy pea sauce in the background. Then we're going to take a second box of frozen peas and keep those whole in there. And you know, vegetables are frozen at their peak, so they're going to be right up there. They're going to be perfect, and they're going to have all the nutritional value because we're just going to heat these through. Now, in the fridge, I've got a pound of shrimp. We're going to add some protein to this dish, too. I've got a pound of medium deveined shrimp here. Over here, this is what the pancetta looks like. After just a few minutes, you put in the onion. You let the onion get tender a few minutes with some garlic. Once it gets looking like this, delicious, then you add a pound of shrimp to the skillet. Kids into the pool, woo! Have fun in there, guys. Oh yeah, mix it up with the pancetta. Hey, pancetta, what's up, garlic and onion? We all taste really good together. Yeah, man. Woo, we love each other so much. So, then you hit it with lots of black pepper. Black pepper, a little bit of salt, because you got a lot of pancetta in there, so you just need a pinch, if that. And let the shrimp cook up 2-3 minutes. That's all they're going to take, because they're medium size. That's all they take. You know when the shrimp's done, when it curls up, and it's pink, and it's firm. So while that's working, we'll go ahead and zhuzh up our sauce here. Grind up those peas till they're nice and smooth. If they're not getting too smooth for you, you can add a little shot of stock to it. That'll help it break down even more. A little bit of chicken stock. Oh, beautiful. Just like that. Done. Now, once your shrimp get all pink, oh, our pancetta's not browned up fast enough for me over here. Because we actually make the food on our show, we like to make 2, 3, 4, 5 pans of it so the whole crew has some when we're done. So I'm keeping my eye on all these pots. Keeping my eye on all the pots. And there's a woman here today. She said she used to come see me do 30-minute meals in the grocery stores. You know, I used to do them in the Price Chopper grocery stores. She said I'd always get there. I was the bottom of the pot. No food for me. I'm going to show her some love. I'm going to give her some of this pasta today. She says she loves the shrimp. Once the shrimp get nice and pink and firm, like they're starting to get just perfect, last minute or so while the shrimp are cooking, you put those whole peas in just to heat them through. You want them to keep all their nutritional value and certainly their beautiful green color. You let the whole peas cook through, heat through for a minute. You add your ground peas and your chicken stock and your lemon zest and juice to the pan. Makes a beautiful, healthy sauce in the background. Totally figure-friendly, totally delicious. You want to undercook your shells a little bit because the whole trick is to put them in there and let them soak up the flavor for, good 30 seconds to a minute, and they'll keep cooking once they hit the pan. This is why I said you also want to start with a nice, big, deep skillet so you can toss all of the pasta with all of the sauce. And if you don't like seafood, like my father-in-law, he doesn't groove on seafood, equally delicious with little bits of sauteed chicken tenders in there. Fine. Of course, you can make it totally vegetarian by skipping the pancetta. It would still be delicious and light and refreshing. And I would suggest if you're going to make a vegetarian version, maybe get a little more complicated with the flavors. Maybe at the end, put a nice herb mixture on top of chives and mint, that whole thing. There's a woman in the audience today that's from upstate New York, where I'm from. Actually, there's a bunch of people from Lake George, too. But there's a woman from Saratoga, where my daddy lives. And I used to do 30-minute meals in Price Chopper grocery stores up there. I would write a bunch of recipes, and then I'd stand there all day. I'm going to get a coffee mug. Come on over here with me. That's how I scoop up the pasta. Anyway, I'd stand in the grocery store, and I'd hand out 30-minute meals in little packets, and I'd show people how to make them, and then I'd show them where to find all the ingredients in the store. And this poor woman, she said, I came by a bunch of times. All I ever got was the bottom of the pot. Everything was gone. And she loves shrimp, so I'm going to save this whole big, beautiful bowl full for her.